lads, this is Fenner from Frenetic Array. It's time for this season's veto video. It's season 5 of Heart of the Swarm. Let's have a look what they removed this season. They removed Neoplanet S, Newkirk Precinct, Red City, Star Station, and Korhal Sky Island LE. Neoplanet S, I'm kind of glad they removed that. It's kind of a bit too small for a ladder map. Newkirk Precinct, I thought that was a pretty decent map with the updated changes. I'm not sure why they removed that. Red City LE, I thought that was a pretty decent map as well. Huge macro map, kind of just like Whirlwind though, so I guess that's why they decided to remove that. Star Station, Protoss Terran players didn't like that too much. I liked it a lot as a Zerg player, but yeah, you can't please everyone. Korhal Sky Island, that map was just silly, so glad they removed that. And they've added Polar Night LE, so Polar Night LE, Yunsu LE, Yunsu, and Frost LE. So let's go through these maps. We've got Akalon Waste first off. Actually, the map pool this time round, I think is really good. It's probably the most balanced map pool we've had, and you might not even want to use all of your vetoes. So Akalon Wastes, just like last season against Protoss, this map is really nasty to play since they can get a third base so easily. Belshaw Vestige, this is kind of the standard map nowadays, kind of what Daybreak was a while ago. But now it's just Belshaw Vestige. Nothing wrong with this map, really. A lot of chokes. Protoss 2 base all-ins are really good against the third base. So again, if you hate Protoss, maybe you want to veto this one. Derelict Watcher. I think this is a great map for Zerg. A lot of people hate this map, but I really like it as Zerg. I don't think it's that great for Protoss and Terran because the middle of the map is all flat, so you can spread creeps so easily. And you can just, yeah, use just so many ways to counterattack, things like that. I think it's a great map for Zerg. Polar Night LE. This is a very interesting map. You got rocks at the back here. I don't know if you can see it. So you have to expand out this way. So you kind of expand into the middle of the map, which makes me think 2 base all-ins are going to be really strong on this map. I haven't really played it enough to see if they're just overpowered. But there is a lot of space, so you're going to be able to get good concaves. And it is a pretty big map as well, so it might not be too bad. I think this is a pretty decent map for Zerg. You're going to be able to take 3 base quite easily, as long as the chokes aren't too bad around this 3rd base, which I don't think they are. You're going to be able to hold the 2 base all-ins, and then you've got an easy 4th base at the back, so I think this is a pretty decent map for Zerg. Yunsu LE. This map, I think this is one of the worst maps for Zerg this season. You got expansions, right? So you got this 3rd expansion down here. Let's say we're spawning at the bottom. We got this one or this one. This one against Protoss is crazy for Blink Stalkers because there's like a ledge and they basically just go on the low ground. And again, against Terran, they can siege up down there as well. You don't want to be taking a fight around this base basically. So then you're kind of forced to take this base. But the problem with this base is that there's some rocks right here. So you have to go all the way around to get your units down there, which means Protoss 2 base all-ins are going to be absolutely insane on this map. Things like 7 gate or just any 2 base all-ins, even immortal all-ins, because the distance, they can just force field this off. You shouldn't be able to kill the rocks in time, I don't think, for any 2 base all-in. You would have to deviate from your build pretty hard. So I think if you're playing this map, you probably want to go for some kind of 2 base build, which is not really what you want to do against Protoss. So I think it's fine against Terran though, because yeah, it doesn't change too much. You've always got Lings, so they're pretty fast. Yeah, I think it's decent against Terran, but not too great against Protoss. And you want to be taking this base every time, not this one against Terran. Frost LE, this is kind of like Red City, but it's a bit different. I think it's less macro oriented because you take 3 base, exactly the same as Red City. The 3rd base is pretty far away, just like Red City, but then the 4th base is really far away. You either take this one or this one, and all spawns are enabled. So if you spawn in these 2 positions, you want to be taking this base, obviously, and if you spawn in cross, then you probably want to be taking this base down here against either race. Or you could take this one as well in cross positions, but I don't think it'll work out the best because the rush distance from their 4th to your 4th will be pretty small. And Whirlwind LE, once again, huge map, pretty decent map for Zerg, annoying in ZvZ, but what can you do? So if I was going to go with vetoes this season, I think it depends. Well, actually, there's only really Protoss favored maps. So Akalon Waste, Protoss favored. and Yunsu kind of Protoss favor, but I think the rest of the maps are pretty good. So this is a really good season. If I was gonna veto, honestly, I'd probably just veto Yunsu. I still want to play Polar Knight. I think it's got potential. It might have to be vetoed. So if you did have to veto, I'll probably just veto this season and just play these anyway. But if I had to veto 3, I would veto Aklon and Polar Knight. And the rest of the maps are pretty good. But that only leaves me with 4. That's not very exciting. So I'll probably just go with the 1 veto on Yunsu. And, you know, if you really want to do well against Protoss, then probably just veto those 2 as well. Let me know what you think, guys. That's just my impressions on them. I've played a few games on them today, so I got a pretty decent idea of how they play. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Oh shit, my watch! Oh, I get how it works now. Okay, this is easy. I've lost my... No, my watch is inside save.